Yo guys, so we're back, but we're here today at Tileyard Studios for GearFest 2025. This is where a bunch of audio manufacturers come, show their new products. You get to essentially sample that and talk to a lot of vendors. So today we're gonna be going around with some names you guys may know and may not. But for me, I'm gassed because I get my hands on some hardware that I've been after for years. So let's go. So today, there's a couple of companies that I'm really excited to talk to. One of them is Audioscape. They're a company based in America and Florida, but they've now got a UK division. And when I tell you, I'm so happy because they make this LA2A version that I've really been after for my recording chain. So let's see if we can try and find them today, talk to the owners and the distributors. Let's try to see if we can get a little discount too. So hello, I'm here today with Thomas from Warm Audio. Nice to meet you. We're just going to go over some of the new products that they've got. We know everyone loves the 1176, and we can talk about the new product here, W76.
So we have here our WA76A, our blue stripe, which we launched end of last year.
Yep.
And we have this one also, the black version. It's the WA76D.
Okay.
Both of them are available as a single version or a stereo version.
Now that's interesting because obviously 76s are usually mono. So the fact you guys got a stereo version will be great, especially for those that want to get stuff, that sort of compression on the mix bus. You want that fast attack and that crunchy sound. This will be your way to go.
And it's actually our revised versions of it. We added some nice, cool features to it. One of my favorite features is the dry wet.
Perfect. That blends there. Yep.
Blends, the amount of compression you'd like to signal. And with the blue stripe, you also, it's actually, if you want to have a little bit of vintage grid, then the blue stripe
is the way to go.
Yeah, while the black one is more clear.
Clean, yep.
Yeah, so units are available for $719,
That's
and the stereo versions are available for $1,259.
That's very competitive. Yeah, very affordable, and I'm definitely interested to hear how this sounds because me myself, I love 1176s, but it's always been very expensive to try get them as a pair. So as you know, the fact that they've got a stereo version for only, what was it, 1219?
$1,259.
$1,259, you can't really go wrong there. But you also have some new products as well with some of your microphones.
We have recently launched a new ribbon mic. Which is
like the Warrior.
Which is based off a 50s ribbon mic classic. It's called the Fentone.
Okay.
And actually we also hold the trademark for it, so it's our warm audio Fentone. And as we all know that ribbon mics always have like a lower output. We've added a nice feature. We've built in a lifter.
Perfect.
So where you can get 28 dB of clean gain to lift your song. If you use like a low output interface or something, you got the lifter built in this microphone.
That is perfect.
Yeah, it's good for guitar cabs, of course.
Yep.
If you want like tame top end, harsh highs, it's the microphone you need.
You guys own the patent, you said, for that mic design as well.
The trademark.
The trademark for it.
Because actually it was released in the 50s. In the 50s, it was called the Fentone, and so we thought it would fit to our product.
Perfect.
Call it Fentone.
No, that's great. Well, I'm actually looking forward to hearing that. Probably get my hands on one soon for a review, and I'll show you guys at some point. But thanks again for your time and everything you've done today. No problem. Thanks. Thank you very much. So we're in another one of the sections, and as you can see, there's tons of different companies here, but let's walk around and check it out. Ooh. So I'm Seb from the Studios.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So I was drawn to this stall anyway because again I saw synths. Even as a guitarist, I love synths, but some of the things about synthesizers mystify me, especially modular synths. So seeing a book like this to me is something like, this is really cool. And I love the fact that you have a book that's exploring this and really breaking it down. So could you go over like what was the inspiration for creating this book and what you cover?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm Kim from Yux. So I wrote this book basically because that's what I wanted when I started out with Modular.
Yes.
And this is way back. I wrote it with Chris, my co-author. He's an expert in Modular also.
I see.
So we really wanted to break it down to make it simple to understand the different types of modules,
Yeah.
and also to make it possible for the user to make the music they have in their head, the sounds you have in your head. And I want to make this kick drum sound or whatever. And then you get tips for different stuff like that. And we break the modules down and how you can use them creatively and purposefully. So that's the purpose of this book, really to get you started. It is our best-selling book, to be honest.
I can see why, because I feel like a lot of people, they're missing a trick where there's so much hardware. Yes, software is great, but there's something different about tangibly touching and playing with gear that just, it makes you feel like you're creating music rather than just a formulaic process. So something like this is great. So how much are these books actually retailing for at the moment?
They're retailing for 65 pounds at the moment. Sometimes we have sales. We also have an online club, which is patchandtweak.com, and where you can subscribe to the books and also a lot of extra online content.
Perfect. So definitely here this, and also I've seen you've got a couple of other books here. So we've got this mini Moog book. I know a lot of people get angry how it's said, Moog. I'm not going to get into that argument, but here there's even this one here, which is just when you showed me before, which was really cool, just like a history of loads of different synths, and it's also done by years. So anyone that wants to get into their history of classic synths, this looks like one to get. I'm telling you now. But yeah, thanks. It was a pleasure speaking to you.
Likewise.
And we'll just put your details of the company in the description of the video. So if anyone wants to purchase these books and dig into that extra content that they have, we'll have that information all there for you. But it's a pleasure. Thank you very much for your time. No problem. So yeah, I'm here at IFI Audio. I was brought to this stage here because I was talking to you here, and you propped up my interest by saying, hey, we've got a product here that you can use essentially like AirPods, but have that pro audio sound.
Yeah.
So can you talk that through?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the GoPod range. Basically, if you're a touring musician and you've paid money for, these really nice IEMs, you want to use them in your downtime. You want to enjoy them as well.
Yep.
So what better way of doing that than having them completely wireless, but, with 2496K quality, actual DAC chip inside, a balanced amplification stage, something that will recognize the impedance of the IEM and tailor the power to match it. So that's what we made. We wanted an AirPod, but, pro audio quality. So they come in 3 shapes and sizes, depending on your budget. And then, when you're talking about kind of live performance and, having accurate kind of monitoring where you can hear yourself, that's why we created this. So this is a headphone amp.
Yep.
Class A, discreet, gets as loud as you like. Perfect for drummers.
Yeah, this is it. Especially even in the studio, again, making sure that you have a headphone amp that can actually push through. Especially when you have these heavy-handed drummers.
Yeah.
You need something like this. So
100%, man.
Perfect.
Drummers always want more volume.
Always. It's always a problem.
And this can be mounted on a mic stand next to the drummer.
See, that's perfect. Studio minded there, even live performances.
100%.
That's great.
And in terms of, in the studio as well, it's got 3 inputs which you can select between.
Perfect.
So, if you have 3 different sources, the drummer can choose between them. It's incredible for that kind of thing. And the other thing, to be honest, even if you're an engineer or like a producer, if you have an interface, the headphone output on it, they're really bad, man.
They are terrible. I tell this to people all the time. Like, sometimes just take it out of your interface and route that into an external headphone app. It will do you wonders. People don't believe until they're actually here, but it's really a thing.
The thing is, if you have a Focusrite or even something higher end, I have a Ferrofish thing.
Yes,
it's the conversion is incredible. The headphone output, they've just put it on to have it. When you have something like this, the output impedance is really low and the output power is really high, and it means that you get a natural, it doesn't impact the sound you hear from your headphone. And, you know, in studio recording, that's so important.
So important. There's so many times where people are like, especially if you're talking about like impedance matching,
Yeah.
which when you brought that up with the wireless product,
Yeah.
super important, because some people just buy some headphones and not realize you have to match the impedance with this. Otherwise, you're not gonna hear how you should. It may not even be able to power your headphones. So monitoring is key, guys. And it seems like you've got the product range covered with these solutions.
You know, that's what we're trying to achieve, you know, just the perfect monitoring chain.
Perfect. Well, yeah, no, it was great having your time. Thank you for walking us through your product range.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. Right. I'm Seb from the Dust Studios, and you are Oliver from
Bigger Boat Distribution. Yeah, Dangerous Music. I'm here representing Dangerous today.
But yeah, I'm interested to go over some of the offerings that you guys got, what you guys recommend, and before I know a lot about the 2-Bus Plus, that's something that for myself that I wanted for just to really enhance my mix. So I was just interested on what was the other offerings that you guys have, just like a quick overview of what they all do essentially.
Well, the 2-Bus Plus is a good place to start the description of this console, because it's really a lot like the Dangerous version of a console, where you've got 16 channels here, 8 and another 8 of D to A, and that's feeding the 2-Bus Plus, which has got these color circuits that you can put in, but you can also take them out, which is one of the main parts of the design philosophy of Dangerous stuff. You can take them out and have it absolutely as clean as a whistle, but you can also have them in if you want character and stuff like that. And then it's got this insert point here, so after it's been summed, you can insert the Liaison, which is itself an insert switcher, where I've got the option to patch in 6 different bits of stereo outboard. Here I've got 4 inserted, which is the Dangerous compressor. So when I take it out like that, that's just the same as disengaging it there. But like it's like a patch bay, but it's a little bit more ergonomic. Like how you would actually want to, like, rather than patching things in and out, you can actually hear it like this. And you can even, for this, a nice feature on this is you could maybe deliberately overcompress something, and then you can send it to this parallel processing loop where you can blend in some very heavily compressed thing with the dry signal as well.
So that's definitely benefit over the analog patch bays that I'm using, where typically to have that sort of blend together from different gears.
Turns your compressor into something much more where you can... I mean, there are some compressors that have their own parallel processing sort of controls on there, but this would do that for anything. It's a good feature, really useful. The backs, if you don't know, it's the backs and Dell EQ. It's a standard thing. You were saying, did you say you got the plugin of this?
Yeah, I've had a plugin of that,
Probably something you have on every channel, perhaps.
Pretty much so.
Yeah.
How much,
and then after that,
how much does the Liaison actually run for?
Liaison's 2,760 plus VAT.
Can't forget the VAT.
Yeah. And if you've got a load of outboard, it sort of upgrades every single piece of outboard by a considerable chunk. Like, it makes them all a lot more useful. So then you come back into this insert point after you've done that whole insert looping thing, and then it's coming out to the monitor ST, so you can do monitoring, and you can turn the volume down. It's all on relays, so you can turn the volume down, and it doesn't sort of bug out when you're on lower levels, like some sort of monitoring controllers that are on a pot.
Pretty much they know.
And then it also comes out of there, as well as going to the ST, it's going to the AD Plus, where you can, again, it's got color circuits that you can remove if you want, and it's just really high quality, good sounding conversion.
So as well as like a to D, you say it's got some saturation that you can actually essentially push through that.
Yeah. It's got a couple of color circuits here. They got a couple of different transformers here, and there's transformer on this one. Carnhill transformer and the Hammond transformers on one of them, which is like who make the Hammond B3 organ thing. It's the same transformer
it's
that
that
they
same Hammond, okay.
Yeah. And then another feature that's on here, which is in some ways maybe doesn't seem like a big deal until you realize it's crucial and should be on all A to D converters. You can have 2 analog inputs, which is sort of really basic, but actually you've got your whole mix bus, and then, you know, obviously that's going through your best possible stereo A to D, but then you also want your best possible stereo A to D for your recording path, where you're recording some vocals. Why not use the exact same best A to D that you've got for that path too? So you might have like these 2 paths, which you're going to in fact show them both here. This could be the recording path on path A, and then path B might be your mix bus. So if you want this if you want the backs when you're recording, you might patch it in there, and then later on when you're mixing, you'd switch to the to your mix path, and then you might want it on there as well. There you go.
Thank you very much for the comprehensive. It is like I think this is really impressed me, the fact that you actually have an option to actually color and use transformers on the A to D. So like I said, you have that crystal clean, or you know what, you want just a bit of extra color on it, you can blend that to taste, which to me seems pretty useful.
Yeah, they're coming from they want that color thing so you can make things sound how you want, but they've come from the mastering sort of angle, approaching this design from that angle where having the option to have everything clean is absolutely non-negotiable. You have to have that. So that's the approach here,
No, that's beautiful. Thank you for your time.
Pleasure.
I really appreciate it.
So we found the SSL booth. You've got the new SSL interface there, the Bus 18, SSL Fusion, the Bus Plus, some of their new pre's, UFA, a lot of this gear that we're already familiar with, which was really nice to actually see on display. Saw some nice bits from Teenage Engineering, the OP1. I wasn't quite familiar with all of this here, but I was on the hunt to find one special piece of SSL gear that had just been announced. Apparently only one has actually been installed in the UK in the studio. I'm not too sure, don't quote me, but we found it, the SSL Oracle. And when I tell you, seeing this thing in person, it was crazy. It's a shame that I came a bit too late, but it looked amazing. As you can see here, you've got the patch bays integrated all into it as well. I'm scared to think of the price. I think it's anywhere between 33 to about 48k. Add another 60-70 grand to that 48k I said. I think it's going for about 104k. But this seems to be the future of mixing analog and digital in desk format. If you guys have got the money for it, it's something that you should probably go for. But here's just some more shots of it so you guys can get an idea of what it actually looks like. Unfortunately, we missed some of the sound demos, but I can only imagine of what it was like going through this desk.
Hello, I'm Christoph from Ham Audio. We are at the GearFest at our distributor room, Soundlink Pro Audio. I'd like to tell a few words about our stuff. Maybe start with the lull limiter. It's our flagship device. It's fully analog limiter, but it's look ahead limiter. So there is a very short analog delay line here, 0.2 milliseconds, that allows the detection circuit to react to the peaks. So it's super, precise limiter like digital limiters, but it's fully analog and it's all discrete. So there are no IC amps inside. It's discrete electronics like stuff from the 60s and 70s. We sold almost 300 units, so it's quite popular among the mastering studios. Even Metropolis, Abbey Road bought this stuff, so it's really, really popular.
So this one I'm actually gassed with because you guys might have seen in the studio, we've got the Audioscape bus compressor. But before you had to purchase these straight from their warehouse in Florida. But now they've got a UK distributor, and for years I've been trying to get hold of their version of the LA2A, which is what they call the Optocom. This thing here, I will have it in the studio here. I just can't believe that I've missed the opportunity to actually hear it live. But maybe next year I'll come back and have an opportunity to play with one, or I might just buy one soon. But Audioscape, I'm telling you, their recreations of gear, it's magical. Listen, me and a couple of my guys, we've been like, we need a decent organ. And this Nord Organ 3, special shout out to David Davis. I know he's got to play one, but from what I've heard of this unit itself, listen, even if you don't have a B3, this here is the next best alternative that you can take around with you. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, so we're Prisma Sound. We specialize in mastering grade audio interfaces and converters. So this is our current new flagship product. This is the ADA128. So in this 2-unit size box, you can pack in 128 channels of analog I/O.
That is a
and
hell
then
of a
there's
lot.
also 4 host card slots for the digital I/O. So that can be Dante, Pro Tools, MADI, AES3. Then it's also fully modular. So you could have, you could just start with say 8 inputs, 8 outputs, and then as your studio grows and you have more needs that need to be met, you can add modules in.
Sounds perfect.
So it's something that is very customizable.
Yep.
And it's also got 4 different clock domains, which all run independently from one another. So the pretty cool thing about it is if you have a big studio, they can have 3 or 4 different rooms, 3 or 4 different sessions running at the same time. Yeah, completely different sample rates. Or just using different parts of the box depending on what's loaded in.
That's it. That's impressive. That is very impressive. That already was before I was telling you about modular is where I want to sort of move to. This sounds like you guys have got this in a nutshell. So with the independent cards, how much does the pricing range for depending on the setup that you're after?
The price ranges hugely.
Yeah,
so
imagine.
Literally from the base unit, as in just the chassis, to it being fully loaded, all host cards filled in, all analog I/O filled in. Literally, the range is between about $4.5 grand to 50 grand.
I could imagine. So what would a typical, I guess, a 16 by 16 analog would run you with the chassis?
16 in, 16 out. Don't quote me on this.
Okay.
But probably about 10 grand, maybe slightly more.
Cool.
So
definitely premium.
It's not cheap. It's not cheap. But we do tell people for very high channel count systems, it's pretty good value for money for the quality you're getting. And plus, if you consider that if you want 128 channels,
exactly.
If you tried to do that with something else, that's not going to be cheap either.
Exactly.
So,
I've used some of your smaller units. I think it's the Lyra.
Oh yeah,
older Lyra, and the sound quality on that was really good. So there's no doubt that this is the flagship. Is going to be something special.
Yeah, the performance of it is slightly better. The architecture's different from anything we've done before as well. Not to disregard the range of audio interfaces we have, of course. They're still excellent, very good. This is just simply a newer piece of engineering.
Precisely, and I guess as you said, for huge studios, that is perfect for. But I guess for some of more of the smaller based studios, project studios, or home studios, the Lyra would be, I guess, a perfect matchup for that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so our range of audio interfaces are the Lyra, the Titan, and the Atlas, which are both just over there. They all have the exact same conversion architecture. The only difference is the amount of analog I/O. So the Lyra is 2 inputs, 4 outputs, and then the Titan and the Atlas are both 8 in, 8 out, but the Titan only has 4 mic pre's, whereas the Atlas has 8 mic pre's, so it just depends on what you need, really.
That makes sense. Do they all have digital outs as well?
Yeah. So they all have SPDIF and AES3 digital ins and outs. with Toslink as well, and ADAT as well.
I think that's always helpful just for the extra expansion there.
Yeah, yeah. And also the Titan and the Atlas have a, they do have a MDIO slot, which can be filled in either with a Dante card or a Pro Tools HDX card.
Yeah,
so there's some expansion there as well.
So either whatever your price point, you really can pick any sort of interface and grow it with those digital outputs anyway, which is quite handy.
Yeah, so, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's perfect. Well, yeah, thank you for your time. Really
awesome. No worries, mate. Thank you very much.
We're here at GearFest 2025, and I'm here at my favorite stall, Make Noise. Listen, it's the place for new gear, used gear. You need to go. I'm here with Benny. If you haven't seen his demos of gear, you need to like and follow him. Great guy.
Too kind.
But yeah, let's just take a quick look around the store and what they've got today.
Yeah, so we're known for used gear.
Yes.
Like, that's our bread and butter, right?
Yep.
And we've got a selection here today. I guess the star of the show is the Rev B 1176.
It's definitely on my price range as much as I want
Oh,
to.
mine too.
It's,
But,
you know.
We did have two.
I know, I saw that,
Yeah.
and one's
gone, one left.
Yeah, so if anyone's got a spare 11K,
come and get it.
there you go, like pristine sound quality.
We got the Eventide H910 here with matching keyboard. As you play the keys, see the pitch ratio changes.
Oh, you guys got the Echo Fix.
Yeah,
I didn't
man,
even
they're
realize.
one of the new brands that have come on.
Perfect.
So getting full stock of those soon. I think I'm getting a few to try, so be some videos of that.
Definitely check. As I said, please check his profile. His demos are A1, I'm telling you.
Yeah, thank you. We got some. We got the Bus Blast from Solid State Logic, the Hazel Rig as well. That's another new, a new brand we're working with. We've got Massive Passive. We've got the Zena Limiter as well.
Yep.
Another.
Not wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
With that. What about also the Franklin stuff
Yeah,
as well?
So, again, another one of our new brands. This is actually exclusive to us in the UK.
Perfect.
And for anyone who doesn't know, Franklin are based in Sydney, Australia. They hand make everything, and they focus on like utility stuff.
Yes.
So like, they won't mind me saying this, the boring stuff that we use every day, and it's like so important to proper signal flow and, you know, running a successful session. So we got DIs, we got a mono DI, a stereo DI, mono reamp and a stereo reamp. They're all passive, all transformer balanced. They sound great. They just do the job. Simple stuff, right? Brand new is from them as well is the MS3. That's a line switcher.
Ah, okay.
So like basically a monitor controller.
Controller, pretty much.
Without a volume. Because sometimes you just
want to switch through. That's it. Yeah. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. And then if you know Franklin, this is what you'll know.
This is the bread and butter.
SS6. It's their flagship product. So stereo DI with 6 stereo inputs. Plug in your keyboards and then choose which one you want to feed the stereo DI.
That's it.
And now this is very special because it's the recipient of one of the very special GearFest Awards for 2025. Congratulations, Franklin Audio, my friends in Australia. You have won Most Satisfying Knob. Congratulations.
Who's that on the photo?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know who that is?
Stock image.
Oh, okay. But guys, again, I'm telling you, Make Noise is the place to buy your gear, used and new. Check through their stock list. Great guys to work with. You can get great demos from Benny. So guys, follow both of their channels. Really appreciate it. All right, thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you, man. Hope you had a good day.
If you guys are interested in any of the Franklin audio products that you just saw on the Make Noise Pro Audio stand, you can use my affiliate link on screen and in bio to purchase those there. It makes no difference for the price for you guys, so don't worry, the prices are the same. For full transparency, I do get a commission on those, but all of that money is going back into the channel so I can keep creating content for you guys.
So guys, that's a wrap for GearFest 2025. We've seen so much gear there. I can't believe we got to see SSL's new desk. As you saw, it had touchscreens integrated. It's crazy. So a Fairchild in the flesh, you don't always get to see those. They cost a ton. But guys, hope you liked the overview and the detail, and we'll see you next time. Like and subscribe.